Hello again, everybody. It is December the 1st, 2020, and it's time for another episode of AMA Air. Coming up today, we're going to tell you who the new MultiGP champion is.
We're also going to give you some more information about the Stratolaunch, which is the world's largest airplane by wingspan.
And we've got the brand new December Club of the Month that we're going to announce right here today. All that and more on today's episode of AMA Air. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to AMA Air. My name is Matt Ruddick. And hey, look at that guy. There he is. There he is. There he is.
What's up, Matt? How are you?
It's Dillon Carpenter, executive producer of the show. He's coming on to guest host today. Dillon, thank you for coming on and helping us out.
Absolutely, Matt. Usually, I help you out all the other times, but I'm not on camera. So I'm going to be doing a double duty today. I'm going to be interacting, and I've also got to do some producing stuff. So I might look in funny directions and have a confused look on my face at some point, but that's me just trying to make it work.
That's right. And we're going to make it work for you guys here today, and I'm excited to get into it. Like we said, it's December already. We got snow on the ground out here. You know what? I'm ready to talk about some cool stuff and not any of that stuff. So
yeah, well, snow is cool stuff, but I know what you mean.
Yes, it is. In fact, it's cold stuff.
It's cold. It's very
cold.
We have a lot of announcements today.
That's right. Let's jump into it with our first story, and it has to do with MultiGP. MultiGP, as you guys know, is our drone racing SIG here at the AMA, and they have crowned their champion for 2020, and it is Soren Monroe Anderson, also known as Fat Kid. He's a 17-year-old pilot that took home the top prize this year. On the Space Coast in Florida, in the shadow of Cape Canaveral, went out and took the top prize again. As I said, beat out Evan Heads Up FPV Turner, who was the defending champion from last year, and Patrick Engineer White, who was the third place finisher this year. You can see there on your screen, we got some of the highlights, some of the views from the show this year. Looks like those guys had a great time.
Yeah, it seems like it was a blast. Down in Florida, you said, I think they got to watch the SpaceX launch. I watched it on my TV, but how cool would it have been to see it in person there launching off?
Yeah, I saw some photos and videos that some of those guys posted that where they were watching from the flying field, and it was just gorgeous. I'm a little jealous, can't lie. But you can check out the full results over at multigp.com. They've got all the full results, as well as the recap that we showed you a little bit of there briefly. Right there is your top 15 or so finishers. It's kind of a bummer. They had to postpone or cancel altogether the sport class for this year, but I'm glad they were able to get the pro class in so they could name their new champion. So, again, big congrats to Soren Monroe Anderson.
Yeah, that's great. I've met him a couple times, back in the day when we used to have multi-GPIO, which I just always have a blast at, meeting all kinds of different people. And he's always been one of the very into it racers. So I've crossed paths with him, but we don't hang out. The racer guys on anywhere in any of these competitions they go for it. So congratulations, Soren.
You don't want to ruin the concentration, that's for sure.
Nope, super hyper concentrated. I do have to give a shout out to NoAgendaFPV, who is watching. We hung out a little bit at the last Ready-Made RC FPV Fest. Andrew Gardner, if any of you guys are familiar with Ready-Made RC lore, he is the white shades guy. He's the guy that coined the white shades. So for a while there, only him and Mr. Noise had a pair of those white shades. I think they're making them now for everybody else, but just got to give a shout out to Andrew.
Nice. Well, on the last episode, we talked to you guys about an article in the November Model Aviation magazine, an article about Stratolaunch. If you guys don't know what Stratolaunch is, it is the largest aircraft to ever fly, and it just flew earlier this year. There's the article there with what was important about it for us is that there were a whole bunch of AMA members who took part in the design of this aircraft. You see a couple of them there, Mason Hutchison as well as Dan Craig, both out there at Scale Composites at that point in time. And what we wanted to let you guys know is there was an episode of the Science Channel's Impossible Engineering that aired about the Stratolaunch, and it was
very interesting show.
Yeah, it was an amazing show, and what we wanted to let you guys know is you guys can actually watch it for free. You don't have to sign up for anything. All you have to do is go to sciencechannel.com. Again, it's Impossible Engineering Season 9, Episode 1, and it's all about the design of the Stratolaunch. If you are a flight nerd, an engineering nerd, an airplane nerd, whatever it may be, like we are, this episode was fantastic. It's full of so many cool things.
And you're probably seeing pictures there of the Beechcraft Starship and the double Mustang, the XP20 or XP82 actually on that. Mm-hmm. And what's really interesting about this episode is they actually go into detail about how those two aircraft, along with the previous record holder for the largest wingspan aircraft, the Spruce Goose, actually went into being inspirations for the design and mechanics of this aircraft. And it's just so interesting. I mean, it's definitely worth the 45-minute watch.
Yep. And as I said, you don't have to pay a dime. You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to give anybody an email. You just go to sciencechannel.com and check that out. Go out of your way to watch it. It's absolutely worth it.
Absolutely.
So one other thing we wanted to let you guys know about, we've been getting a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls from you guys out there asking us about this, and we thought it'd be good to talk about it on the show for just a second. It is FAA registration renewal time, and the FAA has been sending out a lot of emails to folks saying, hey, it's time to renew your registration. Now, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, a few years ago, the FAA put out essentially it was put into law, you had to register your aircraft at $5 to get a registration number. You put that registration number onto all of your aircraft, and you were good to go for 3 years. Well, they've kind of put the deadline off a little bit on that so that it didn't, that 3-year point didn't expire right at 3 years. They put it off a little bit. Well, now it's time to renew. The question we've been getting is it $5 for all of my airplanes or $5 for each one? And it is important for you guys to know it's $5 just one time for one number that you put on all of your aircraft. The other question we've been getting is, well, what website do I go to? Because I'm seeing websites all over the place saying, go here, go there. And it's important that there is one website you want to go to, and it's at the bottom of the screen right now, FAAdronezone.faa.gov. Not .com, not .net, not anything else. It's FAAdronezone.faa.gov. That is the official website for the FAA that you need to go to.
And what we're seeing is a lot of people are getting kind of corralled into imitators, people who are saying that you can register your aircraft. You might be registering your aircraft somewhere, but it's not with the FAA. So a lot of those sites will tell you that you have to pay for each aircraft. You have to get a unique one for each aircraft. And that is not the case. If you go to the actual FAA.gov site, it's $5 for 3 years. And you just get one little string of numbers that you put on each of your aircraft in a conspicuous place, and you're set to go.
Absolutely. And then that's going to be good for 3 years. So go make sure you're going to the right place there. Hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions. If you have further questions, you could, of course, can always reach out to any of us at the AMA. We can help you out from there.
Yep.
Wanted to let you guys know we talked on the last episode about Model Aviation Live with Jay Smith that was going to happen a couple weeks ago. We had some issues come up just before showtime. We jumped on to let you guys know we were going to be postponing for a couple of weeks. Wanted to let you guys know everything's cool, everybody's fine, everybody's safe, healthy, all that good stuff. But we have rescheduled. It is going to be happening this Friday, December the 4th. So the episode we're going to have this coming December 4th, this Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. You can go to modelaviation.com/live. We'll get it right. And
one of these times. And I believe that Joe Vermillion was slated to be the guest on that show. He's might be in the comments now. I haven't seen him pipe in. Usually he watches with us live. Great guy, great friend of the AMA, running out there Balsa USA. But I think Jay is going to be talking to Joe Vermillion, who's super interesting guy, super nice guy, despite his nickname, Mean Joe. I'll definitely be tuning in for that one.
Well, hopefully we're going to get the answer to why he's nicknamed Mean Joe. That's my hope. But yeah, you guys can tune in again this Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, here on the AMA YouTube channel, AMA Facebook page as well. But the easiest place to do is go to modelaviation.com/live. And that all that means is that it's time to go into our favorite part of the show, because it's time.
I'm so excited for this. This is the first one I've actually gotten to do.
The iflyama Facebook group. First of all, if you haven't joined, we don't know what you're waiting on, but go to facebook.com/group/iflyama, and that's where you go to join the Facebook group. You just click that join button, answer a couple of questions is all you need to do, and you will get access to all sorts of amazing content. That the best part about that content, it's the content that you guys are providing. It's the cool stuff you have going on, and that's what is interesting to us. And that's what we're going to talk about today, as we always do. So I'm really excited to share the cool stuff we found.
All right, I can't wait any longer. I always like to see what you share, and we only pick 2 posts for 4 posts for an entire month of content on this thing. So this is only a toe in the water for what you're seeing. But I'm curious, what did you pick, Matt?
Well, so I like old stuff. I think finding old, cool old stuff in the attic or in your grandpa's chest at the end of the bed. Those things are just really inspiring to me. I love seeing kind of that look into the past. Yeah. And what I found for this month's post to share with you guys is something from Stan Alexander that he shared. It's actually ended up from Family Hobbies in Smyrna, Tennessee, but Stan shared it in the group. And it's an old U-Control contest flyer from the Chicago Liners at Calumet Park in Chicago, Illinois, from May 25th, 1947. Wow. And just some of the cool stuff that you get to see on this is fascinating to me. And the entry fee always is one that sticks out to me. Entry fee is $1 per ship per event. But hey, you can deduct 25% for entries mailed before May 18th, 1947. So that's going to make a grand total of 75 cents per ship.
Wow. Hey, that is a deal. You guys better jump on that now. It's going to be too late for you to get that deal.
Deadline's gone. They can't get it now. They got combat, speed, stunt, TU control. 4 awards for each event. There's trophies, cash, merchandise. It's just, I love seeing this kind of stuff. Again, it's a look back to a time that I wasn't around. I certainly wasn't around in 1947.
Absolutely.
Maybe some of you guys in the comments, maybe somebody out there was flying around that time. Maybe there's somebody out there that actually flew in this event. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
But I absolutely loved that poster. I loved seeing it. I love seeing cool things like that. So that was my choice for my post of the week. So Dillon, what did you find this time around?
Well, I'm really excited about this find for a couple of reasons. So some of you who have been watching the show for a long time might notice that we're changing things up here lately, that we've been getting guest hosts, such as myself on the air. We've had Terry Dunn on here, and, only to have a list of people on standby, hoping to get them on as a guest host of AMA Air. But this is actually a post from Nathan Saylors. So if you guys are familiar with the RC Saylors, this is Nathan's first post in the group. It looks to be a sailplane. But just kind of saying, hey, getting his head in the door. And what's really exciting about this is we're actually going to have the RC Saylors on the show for the January 1st edition. So it's going to be AMA Air ringing the New Year's with the RC Saylors. So both Nathan and Abby are going to be recording a show for us, a full AMA Air episode, and they're going to be ringing in the new year, AMA Air style.
I'm really excited about this for a couple of reasons. One, because I like the RC Saylors. I think they're awesome. I think they're going to do a great job. But two, I'm going to get a day off.
There you go. Exactly. Matt gets New Year's Day off, and we get to hang out with the RC Saylors on New Year's Day. So that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, thank you, Dillon, for sharing that, and thank you to Nathan Saylor as well as Stan Alexander for sharing those amazing posts on the iflyama Facebook group. Again, go to facebook.com/groups/iflyama to join there today. But hey, we're not done with the iflyama Facebook group.
Yeah. This being December 1st, we also have an announcement for the cover photo contest winner. So as a lot of you might know that have been watching, we do a cover photo contest where we announce that you can occupy the spot for the cover photo for the entire month. And we are about to tell you guys who is going to do that for December. And it's actually really funny because we just had him on the show. I think it was last episode, the episode 15th, talking about this exact aircraft, and we've shown this photo on air. Congratulations to Mark Radcliffe with his Piper Cherokee that he won 3rd place on in the Top Gun competition.
Absolutely. What an amazing photograph, an amazing airplane. I swear, if I show that photograph to any random person on the street, they're going to tell me that is an actual airplane.
It looks scale. Yeah.
The
detail on it is amazing. The lights, he goes into detail about the landing lights, how he changed those out, and a lot of interesting information. You know, I thought that to be a Top Gun winning pilot that you had to be like, you know, a really dedicated, you know, scale warbird kind of builder. But Mark actually, at least for the segment he was in, goes into some detail about how that's not actually the case. So if you want to learn more about that, if you didn't hear that from last time on AMA Air, go back and watch the November 15th episode after we get done here. Very interesting guy and information from that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really interesting story, and it couldn't have happened to a better guy. So congratulations to Mark Radcliffe. He is our winner for the December cover photo contest in the iflyama Facebook group.
Speaking of announcements, again, I think
announcements. Yeah,
it's December 1st. So what does that mean? Something else too. I mean, it's something you do every month. So Matt, what do we got?
Well, guess what, guys? It's time to announce December's Club of the Month. Again, this is something we do every month to kind of recognize some of the amazing things going on with our clubs all over the country. And today, proud to announce that our December Club of the Month goes to the Southern Tier Aero Radio Society, founded in 1935 as the Olean Model Airplane Club. They're easily one of the oldest clubs in the United States, predating the entire AMA by a full year. STARS, as it is now known, was instrumental in helping to develop the giant scale model aircraft movement in the mid-1970s and achieved national fame with magazine articles and covers showing their quarter scale Bristol Scouts, which launched the giant scale revolution. The STARS has received numerous awards and recognitions, including the Historic Preservation Award, the Award of Excellence, and has been an AMA Gold Leader Club since the 1990s. Their club field features both grass and geotextile runways, a spectator fence, a covered open-air pavilion, and a pilot shelter. We want to congratulate the Southern Tier Aero Radio Society for being December's Club of the Month. If you guys want to learn more about the clubs of the month, you can go over to modelaircraft.org/clubs. We're going to be putting some information up there about the Stars Club here in the next day or two, so you guys can go back and check that out. We'll also be talking about them on our social media channels throughout the month of December, and we'll have a representative from their club that's going to be on the AMA podcast coming up in the next week or two. So be sure to stay tuned for all of those fun things that are going to be coming down the pike.
Absolutely. I always like learning about all the different clubs, and I learn more about our clubs just watching our social media. The Torrey Pines, my wife and I had actually went there during our honeymoon, unbeknownst to us before I worked at the AMA, to see, people told us that there were people who'd strap parachutes to their back and just jump off a cliff. So I learned a lot from last month's Torrey Pines. So I'm excited to see what I learn about the Stars, which I believe was kind of Bob Brown's hometown club as well.
Absolutely.
I remember
the former AMA president, Bob Brown, the Stars was his home club. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, he was always the hype man for them. Whenever I was out at MultiGP IO or whatever, hanging out with Bob, he'd really talk them up. So, but yeah.
So we have yet another winner we announce.
Yes.
Again, this episode has been the episode of announcements, it feels like. But
this is absolutely. We're just announcing one thing after another.
But I will say though, I'm not mad about it because it's all kind of cool, good news type stuff, which I think we all kind of need right now. So we have a winner for our AMA Foundation sweepstakes to get a ride in a P-51. Dillon, you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this is the Foundation's sweepstakes for the future, and they have given away rides in this gorgeous Lady Alice P-51 Mustang that you can see here, and we are just so grateful that the owner, Dr. Ken Wagner, and Gordon Truax have been able to help facilitate this ride for this year's winner, who is Scott Stump. So Scott gets a 3-day trip to California with a +1. He's chosen his wife. He gets to fly in this gorgeous Lady Alice P-51 Mustang, and he also gets a model of the Lady Alice, courtesy of Legend Hobby, who is formerly VQ Warbirds.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can see on your screen there, this is a flight from a few years ago in the Lady Alice. It's just a gorgeous airplane. I am more than jealous that I don't get in a ride in this thing. Although, looking at that cockpit, I don't think I'm fitting in there anyway. It's not really designed for guys my size, but that's okay. I can still dream a little bit. But just an opportunity of a lifetime. So congratulations to Scott. And again, as Dillon mentioned, thank you goes out to Dr. Ken Wagner, the owner of the Lady Alice, as well as Mr. Gordon Truax. The foundation raised over $7,000 through this sweepstakes, and all that stuff's going to go to some really great things. You can learn more about some of that stuff at modelaircraft.org/foundation. Where there's a blog there where you can keep up to date with all of the programs that the foundation is helping out with.
Speaking of which, something that's going to be very prevalent on that blog site is the fact that today is Giving Tuesday. So if you want to help the foundation and make it possible for cool stuff like this for people to do, and also support all of our other great initiatives that are foundation fronts, you can go to modelaircraft.org/donate to make any year-end donations to the foundation that you want.
Yep, absolutely. It helps out the scholarships, tag grants, all sorts of different things. But go check that out, modelaircraft.org/donate for sure. And hey, as you guys know, it's holiday time. You guys are doing your Christmas shopping. Something to keep in mind is shop.modelaircraft.org, where we have all sorts of cool stuff there that you guys can purchase for somebody in your life that may be a model aircraft enthusiast or an AMA enthusiast in general. We've even got masks. You guys can buy masks there with the AMA tagline right there on the side. Dillon is modeling it off very, very nice.
It's kind of weird to wear these with headphones, but it works. So if you need to wear headphones, the mask works. But look, I mean, it's got the brand new medallion logo right there, the One Community logo, and I mean, it's really comfortable. It's basically t-shirt material. So if you're dealing with those really itchy medical masks, this is really comfortable and it fits really nice. And look, I'm breathing. My glasses aren't fogging. So pick one up. They're $7, I believe, right now. And with the code FREESHIP20, you can get free shipping through the end of the year.
Well, guys, that's all we have for this episode of AMA Air. I want to thank Dillon Carpenter for sitting in with us today. You did a great job, Dillon. Thank you so much for pulling double duty.
Glad to be here, Matt. I don't think I missed a switch. So
no, I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah.
I think this went smoother than some of the other ones. Sometimes I'll flub a switch and pull up the wrong video or the wrong Facebook post, but I mean, I'm pretty proud of myself. I did everything and still got all my switches.
Hey, there you go. Well, thank you so much for doing it. And thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the show, we'd encourage you to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Maybe even hit that little bell. I think that's what the kids do these days to get notified whenever we go live.
Makes me look a lot better with my boss if you do that. If I can drive up some subscriptions and views on these videos, that's my job. So let's do that. And if you're not an AMA member, what are you waiting for? I always wanted to do that part. Sorry, Matt, I stole it from you. But you can go to modelaircraft.org/join to see what the AMA is all about. And if you are already a member, thank you. It is renewal season. So if you go to modelaircraft.org/renew, you can renew your membership today.
Absolutely. And thank all you guys for watching. We appreciate you being here and joining us in the comments. We love seeing that interaction. We hope you'll be here next time for AMA Air on December the 15th. And with that, hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you guys next time.
See you around.